Did you know that artificial intelligence could soon consume more electricity than entire countries like the United Kingdom or Italy? Shocking, right? The very technology that promises to revolutionize our lives, powering ChatGPT, self-driving cars, and next-gen healthcare may also be quietly draining the world's power supply. Today, we'll uncover whether AI is creating a global energy crisis and what it means for you, your wallet, and the future of our planet. Before we dive deep, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon because we cover hidden truths about money, technology, and the global economy every single week. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Artificial intelligence isn't just software running in the cloud. Behind every AI response, every image generated, and every recommendation is a massive network of computers stacked in giant data centers. These facilities are packed with GPUs and servers, humming day and night, burning unimaginable amounts of electricity. Let's put this in perspective. A single Google search takes just a fraction of a second and consumes about 0.3 watt-hours of electricity. Sounds tiny, right? But when billions of searches are performed daily, it adds up. Now compare that to AI queries. Generating a single AI image or processing a complex request can use 10 to 20 times more energy than a standard search. Multiply that by millions of daily users, and suddenly we're talking about an energy appetite big enough to rival small nations. And here's the kicker. Data centers already consume about 4.4% of all electricity in the United States. According to estimates, that number could jump to nearly 12% by 2028, thanks largely to AI. Imagine 1 out of every 8 units of electricity in America being sucked up just to run algorithms. Now, let's zoom out globally. In Japan, the government has openly warned that AI could overwhelm the country's power grid within the next few years. In Europe, electricity prices are already spiking as more data centers compete with households for supply. And in developing regions like Africa, where energy is scarce, the expansion of AI could make shortages even worse. But it doesn't stop there. The economic ripple effects are huge. If AI keeps raising demand for power, electricity bills rise for everyone: businesses, schools, hospitals, and even your home. Inflation could creep higher, and industries like manufacturing or farming might be forced to pay more just to keep the lights on. Let's pause for a moment because here's a question I want you to think about. Is AI's promise of innovation really worth the hidden costs we're about to pay? Comment your thoughts below. I'll be reading your answers. Now, some of you might be asking, why don't we just switch to renewable energy? Great question. The problem is scale. Solar, wind, and hydro are growing fast, but they still can't keep pace with the explosive growth of AI. Data centers need constant, uninterrupted power. A cloud server can't just take a nap when the sun sets or the wind slows. That's why many companies are turning to traditional fossil fuels to fill the gap, ironically increasing carbon emissions in the race to build smart technology. Take Ireland, for example. Dublin has become a hub for data centers. Today, they use nearly 20% of the nation's electricity. That's 1 out of every 5 watts just to keep servers alive. Locals have started to question whether it makes sense to power machines instead of homes. In the US, Texas is booming with new AI data centers, putting immense pressure on its already fragile power grid. Remember the Texas blackouts in 2021? Add AI's rising energy demand into the mix, and the risk of future outages becomes even scarier. Meanwhile, in China, the government is racing to balance two opposing goals, becoming the world leader in AI while also pledging to reach carbon neutrality by 2060. That balancing act won't be easy. So yes, the global energy crisis tied to AI isn't some distant sci-fi nightmare. It's unfolding right now. But here's the twist. Some experts argue that AI can also solve the energy crisis. Sounds crazy. Let me explain. AI is being used to optimize energy grids, reduce waste, and even discover new materials for better batteries. For example, AI systems can predict electricity demand more accurately, allowing utilities to balance renewable energy with fossil fuels in real time. Some researchers are even using AI to design more efficient solar panels and nuclear reactors. In other words, AI is both the problem and the potential solution. So, which side will win? Will AI drain the planet dry or save it? Before I answer that, quick reminder, if you're finding this video eye-opening, hit the like button right now. It really helps push this content to more people who need to hear the truth. Now let's talk money. Investors are pouring billions into AI stocks. Nvidia, Microsoft, Google all skyrocketing in value. But behind the scenes, energy companies are quietly preparing for an AI-driven surge in demand. Utility firms and renewable energy startups may become the next big winners in the AI boom. Think about it. Every AI model, from ChatGPT to Midjourney, needs more electricity. That means more data centers, more cooling systems, more infrastructure. If you follow the money, the real beneficiaries may not just be the AI companies, but the energy suppliers powering them. This is where things get interesting for everyday people like us. Because as energy demand rises, so will prices. And while investors celebrate, ordinary households may be left footing the bill. Imagine paying double for electricity just so companies can run servers that generate cat memes or write essays. Fair trade-off. You decide. So, where do we go from here? Experts say we need a massive push for innovation in 3 areas. Green data centers gives using advanced cooling, renewable energy, and efficient chips to slash consumption. Nuclear energy gives a controversial but powerful option for clean, steady electricity. AI efficiency gives designing smarter algorithms that require fewer computations, making AI less hungry. Some companies are already moving fast. Google is using AI to cut cooling costs in its data centers by up to 40%. Microsoft is investing in nuclear fusion projects to eventually power its servers. And chip makers are working on specialized processors that deliver the same AI results with far less energy. Still, the race is on. If innovation doesn't catch up quickly, AI could become one of the greatest energy drains in human history. So, is AI creating a global energy crisis? The evidence is undeniable. Energy demand is skyrocketing, grids are under pressure, and prices are rising. But whether this crisis grows into a catastrophe or transforms into an opportunity depends on the choices we make today. The question is, will we be wise enough to use AI to save ourselves? Or will we let it burn through the world's power supply unchecked? If you found this video insightful, don't just click away, help us keep creating content that digs deeper than the headlines. Smash that subscribe button, share this with a friend, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Is AI the solution or the problem? I'll see you in the next video.